The Sincere Take. The Sincere Take.
Hello, everyone. Say hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to The Sincere Take. I'm here joined with a very, very special guest, my lovely dear mother,
Jesenia.
Jesenia Vasquez, recently married.
Show that ring.
Tell us about that. Tell us about your recent escapade of your Twilight-esque marriage. I must say, it did remind me of Twilight. Is that bad to say?
Why did it remind you of Twilight?
Because it happened so fast.
So I knew Danny in high school, and we didn't see or speak to each other for over 20 years. And we reconnected and got married very quickly after that. I want to say, let me see, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 7 months later, we were married. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Did you know Theo Bati and Theo Fernando were only 6 months before they got married?
See? And I knew Danny before. It's not like I only known him for 6 months. But yes, 7 months after reconnecting, we got married.
Maybe I'll reconnect with someone from high school. I hope not, actually. That's bad. Which brings me into it. Let's talk about your first boyfriend. Who was your first boyfriend ever?
Ever?
Yeah, do you remember? Like your first serious relationship.
Serious relationship was probably your dad, Ulysses.
Tell them the story. How'd you guys meet?
I met him at a football game my freshman year in high school. And
Wait, what were the schools?
I don't know who we were playing, but we went to Palm Bay High.
Both of you?
Yep.
Okay, I thought Dad went to Mile High.
No.
Did he ever go to Mile High?
No.
Why did he make it? I feel like he was like Bulldogs one time when I went to Mile High. So I just assumed ever since that point he was a Bulldog.
No. Danny went to Mile High.
Okay, maybe that too. I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, but Ulysses went to Mile High.
Palm Bay High.
Palm Bay High with me. We met at a football game, and yeah, I liked him. We exchanged phone numbers. We were texting, and yeah, one thing led to another.
What does that mean?
Teen pregnancy, drama.
Ooh, drama. Let's get you some drama.
No, we're not sharing my high school drama.
That's what this podcast is all about.
Drama?
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's so good. It's like when in the olden times when the ladies of the village would gather around to gossip. And I'm like the priest who finds out.
No, it was just normal high school drama where, boyfriends cheat, girls go for revenge, that kind of stuff. We don't need to.
Oh, but he was a father.
Yeah, but this is your father, so it's kind of weird. We're not going to talk about this.
Okay.
Therapy session.
Yeah, I will start crying, y'all. I got some daddy issues. Have you seen any of my episodes?
I have not. Sorry.
Is it still recording? Mm-hmm. You have not seen any episodes?
No.
Okay. I think the first one is the most rated R one. I wouldn't want you to watch the first one.
Oh, God.
That one's really personal.
Okay. I'll probably only watch this one to see how horrible I look, but...
You look great, Mother. Mother, you are stunning. You are slaying.
Okay. What do you got on your paper?
Oh, tell me about your recent books you've read.
So I like fiction novels. So I've read quite a few already this year. But then I started getting bored with how I could start predicting, like, they're going to end up together, blah, blah, blah. So I switched over to more of like mystery crime type of books. Mm-hmm. I recently finished a book that's called Then She Was Gone, where it was about I think she was 14, 15 years old, 15, and she went missing and ended up never coming back home. But in the story, you find out it was her school tutor who kidnapped her because she was crazy and basically wanted to give the guy she was trying to win over a baby but couldn't have a baby, so she kidnapped this girl and like impregnated her um with like sperm she bought on the internet.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay,
And
can I say something? I tried reading a horror novel my last trip to New York. Like I bought a book because I thought it was gonna be like cool and read it in Central Park or whatever. And I started reading it, and like I was like, what is this book about? I don't know if anyone knows it. It was called like The Red String or something, and it was about these kids in Ohio who were like in a cult, but it was like a weird cult. It was like talking about like sex and shit. So I stopped reading it, or it was something like that. It was something really weird. It was so disturbing, and it was like I started looking online, and there was like a controversial book for that reason, and like because it dealt with kids, and it was just so weird. It was weird, and I was like, okay, there goes my interest in books, horror novels. I have not read a book since I graduated.
no, I like reading.
Yeah, but did you go a long period without reading?
I do often. Sometimes I'll go like a year without reading, and then I'll start reading and I'll read like 20 books that year, and then might skip 6 months and then get back into it. So it just kind of depends on. Once I start, I'm on a kick, but then sometimes I get like too busy. Like I haven't read a book since that one, and it's been like a month. So after a month from reading like a book a week, so
Yeah.
I go through my moods.
Yeah, I think high school not drained me, but we were forced to read so much books that we didn't necessarily want to read. And it wasn't like we were in like a grade A school where everyone was reading like How to Kill a Mockingbird. Like, I never read that. Did you ever read that?
I don't know if I read that one. I don't know if I read that one.
Yeah, well, it was things like that that really made me feel like I was behind in school because every other school was reading things like that, and my school never really focused on it. So I was always behind in reading. But I used to be ahead in reading, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you read The Giver?
No, see, like I've missed out on like crucial reading moments in my life. Early developing reading.
Maybe it's because you went to private school too.
Oh, the Christian school. Yeah, I don't think we read anything in that school. Should we move on?
Sure.
Are you bored?
No.
Okay. Oh, I was writing this with a paper mate pen joy, whatever the fuck it's called. Sorry. And while I was writing, I made a note that said paper mate pens are the best. So
Why?
because it's so smooth. Yeah. Was it your pen? Do you use paper mate?
Yes.
Aren't they the best?
They are good.
Okay, let me let the cat in. We didn't even address the elephant in the room. My hat.
Yes, your witch hat. You found it in my donation box of stuff I was going to donate.
She no longer celebrates Halloween. Will you like to explain your recent redevotion to Christ?
Yeah, I just don't feel like celebrating Halloween.
I love Halloween though.
And that's a you thing, but
I love a chance to dress up. I think I'm gonna be a cosplayer when I'm older. Will you support me?
a what?
Cosplayer? I go to conventions, dress up as
We're
characters.
older, as in people do that now at your age.
I'm gonna start doing it now. Then I should just be upfront and admit it. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
start.
okay.
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
cosplaying.
I actually have a birthday party I'm going to this weekend where it's a Gatsby theme, so
Do you remember when I was Spider-Man? Okay, so she found this, pardon my French or lack of better words, but this ghetto advertisement for for a birthday party needing a Spider-Man, or like it was a girl who like
it was a lady who basically would get hired to provide characters for birthday parties, children's birthday parties. But she needed someone to play Spider-Man because it had to be a tall, skinny, athletic-looking man in order to fit the costume. And so I was like, Sincere, you need to do it. You don't have a job. Here's a good way to make some money. And you're good at acting and stuff, so you're going to put on this costume, you're going to go to this party, and you're going to be Spider-Man.
It was the tightest costume ever. And even worse, the bounce house that they had me doing tricks and flips in was wet. So you saw everything. You saw my whole print. I will put in the picture. Do you have the picture? Okay, it was so
I
bad.
was so mad he did not want to walk out of this house when he put the costume on. He's like, you
I
can
was
see everything, Mom.
And she was waiting outside for me, the woman, to take me to the birthday party. And I was like, I can't go out there.
I was like, go.
You know, Tyra Banks calls that Amanda Conda when a model has too big of a wee wee.
Well, next topic, please. It was funny, though.
We took our cats to the vet recently. Wasn't that the cutest thing ever? Guess what Daenerys did to me today? He just came off my bed and he was like rubbing his head on my face. And he literally gave me a kiss. So much of a kiss that he like rubbed kind of into my mouth. But it was so sweet. It was so sweet. I let him.
Kisses.
I know. I don't know why he was so affectionate today. Daenerys is one of our cats. We have Toothless, who's a tuxedo cat, and we have Daenerys, who's a Siamese. They're from the same litter, though.
They are. They're very opposites, but they are from the same litter.
It's kind of cool. They're literally yin and yang.
And Toothless is very outgoing, nosy. He's got a lot
Adventurous,
of
I'd say. Yeah. Outgoing adventurous.
And then Daenerys is like a cuddler. He likes a lot of attention.
He's a scaredy cat.
He like his favorite part of the day is when it's time for us to go to bed because he's like, yes, I get to cuddle. And he sleeps right next to me on his own pillow, like head on the pillow, like a human. He's funny, but he needs a lot of attention.
And we brought them to the vet, and they did really good.
They did. They were scared on the way there, crying in the car, but
it was like that weird humanoid cat noise that they made. They're like, you know what I mean?
It's disturbing.
It's
But
so
they did
scary.
good. They're very calm, very well behaved cats, so they're not aggressive at all.
You want to join the podcast, Bubba? Let's get into some movies and TV shows we've been watching. We both watched How to Build a Band, or whatever it's called. Building
the band. I loved that show. It was good.
Oh, Daenerys. I watched a little bit of Making the Band, O-Town.
Oh, I loved that. I loved O-Town.
The quality was just too bad for me to get into it.
That's what my TV was like back in the day.
That bad of quality?
Yeah.
You could barely even see their faces. How did you know who you had a crush on? You waited till the...
You know what? I think it looks that bad because it's like recordings of that. Excuse me, you can't rub your face on the mic.
This is Daenerys, named after the Queen of Dragons, Mother of Dragons, because he has some bright blue eyes and some white, pale skin.
Well, when he was a kitten, he was a lot lighter. He didn't have no brown on him.
Now he has ash, like a dragon.
He grew up and got brown points.
And a raccoon mask, like Sly Cooper. You know who Sly Cooper is? He's like my generation's Crash Bandicoot.
He's such a sweet boy. He knew we were talking about him, so he came to say hi. He wants to be on the podcast. But see, he's a cuddler, head on your lap. He loves that. I am caught up on Love is Blind because that's my favorite TV show every season.
That's not the one where they're in the pods, is it? Okay.
Yep.
That one was good. I can't believe that one girl dropped out.
Yeah, this season's the worst season of all of them, though. And they just aired the weddings today, and no one said yes. There was not one I do.
Because people realized they were just doing it for the money and for the fame, and when it like actually came time to do it, they were like, "Wait, hold up."
They were just not good matches. There was not good candidates, not good matches. It was horrible. It's been a hot mess. Couples have been dropping out throughout the entire thing before even the wedding day.
Ooh, I know the producers are mad. I also watched Death Note, which is an anime. It's really good. It's an anime. It's like a true crime, but the guy who's like the murderer, he's a murderer. Does that make sense? And it's kind of fantasy where he writes a name in a book, and whoever's name he writes dies. So I wanted to ask, whose name would you write?
Nobody's. Goodness. I'm not trying to have anybody die. Nope.
Were you the one who chose my name? Ulysses Sincere?
Your dad always said if he had a boy, he wanted to name him Sincere, off from the movie Belly. It's an old movie. And I decided to name you Ulysses Sincere because everyone in the family, like his mom and stuff, was like, why would you name a baby Sincere? Because they thought it was like, they just didn't understand the vibe. So I did Ulysses Sincere, so that way it wasn't your first name, but we called you Sincere.
I love Sincere. Yeah, I've always preferred it.
Except in school, you used to go by Ulysses by choice.
But the friends who were closest to me knew me as Sincere. When did you know I was gay?
Well, I'm not gonna say I know or I knew, because if you told me tomorrow you weren't, then that's yours. Also. But I didn't know that. I knew you were flamboyant since you were a very little kid, just by your mannerisms and the choice of toys you would want to buy or play with versus what your brother or other boys were playing with, and also by the amount of friends you had that were girls. And once you were having sleepovers at girls' houses and the parents weren't thinking it was weird, then I was like, okay, it must be like a known thing or something, because who would let a boy sleep over their daughter's house? But you had more girlfriends than guy friends.
What was your first concert?
Usher. My dad won tickets on a radio station, so me and Xavier, my brother, went for free to an Usher concert.
Oh, that's really cool. My first real concert was Viva Doobie. My Usher. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you. I love you, Mom. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. I hope it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night.